Live from Nashville, Tennessee, it's theTHREE. With the Studio C Band. And here's your host, Laura Harris-Smith.
I'm Laura Harris-Smith, and welcome to theTHREE, the only television show out there that looks at how the crazy current events shaping our world are shaping you, body, mind, and spirit. You know, Hollywood is pumping out some scripts for both television and film that do anything but nudge people towards God. I mean, they're definitely leading them away from Him. They're entertaining enough, of course, but for the person who is trying to feed their spirit, you know, and nourish that third of themselves, there's hardly any spiritual nourishment coming out of Hollywood these days. Every day there's some sort of, leak about a celebrity divorce or a celebrity scandal or the misuse of power through sexual harassment. But there are some who are using their platform for good. They're using it for God. And today we are going to talk to two women who are doing it right. In television, in print, film, you name it. My first guest has a unique background as a professional dancer and successful actress in Hollywood for 20 years, working with recording artists such as Prince, starring in numerous television shows like Beverly Hills 90210, CSI, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, to name a few. She accepted Christ while working on the Buffy the Vampire Slayer set in 1997, and shortly thereafter walked away from a very thriving career in the entertainment industry to pursue God, follow the call into full-time ministry, and now she and her husband James are the senior pastors at Deeper Life Church. It's just 30 minutes outside of Hollywood, California. Please help me welcome everyone, Robia Scott. To dance with me.
My moves aren't as good as they used to be, but once a dancer, always a dancer.
That's my boy June on drums, so he keeps the rhythm in our house.
I like
and the
it,
Studio
I like
C
it.
Band, yeah. Aren't they awesome? Give the band a hand. Come on. They have been so awesome this season. I know. I love every one of them. Robia, it has just been a pleasure to hear about not only your history in the entertainment industry, but about the priority that you set in it. Could you just go back to the set, okay, 1996, go back and describe to us what happened when you came to the Lord?
Well, I started my dance career. Let me just tell you this.
Yeah, go back there.
I started when I saw the movie Flashdance. Do you remember the movie Flashdance?
Oh, yes.
It was a bit back, but I was that girl. I saw Flashdance and I thought, oh my goodness, I could actually do this for a living, because before then I was just the girl who danced around the house.
Right.
So I saw that movie, and within a week I went and got the big perm,
yes,
so I could look like Jennifer Beals.
Yes, I did that too.
Yes, a lot of us did that. And I started pursuing a dance career. I was taking dance classes after school, and then I decided to become professional at 16.
Wow.
So auditioned, did lots of music videos. This was the time that MTV was really the rage, and then I got hired to work with Prince, who was looking for identical twins, but he didn't find twins that he liked, so he hired me and another girl.
And you all looked alike.
We looked alike, and for the
I remember the video.
for the Diamonds and Pearls album. So she played Diamond, I played Pearl. We did that. It was wonderful. Then I transitioned into acting, did a lot of different acting roles. Got hired to work on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Wow. And it was during my time on that show.
Back up. You were doing like Vidal Sassoon commercials, and you did all kinds of commercials for years.
I was doing tons of TV commercials.
Like national, yeah.
National commercials. Yeah. I did many different television shows. So I was just auditioning and working, doing film, doing TV.
Right.
Was hired for Buffy the Vampire Slayer to play a character for one episode, and it turned into 3 years on the show. So it was during that time that I was seeking and searching. I always believed in God, but I was looking for something deeper. And although I was very successful in my career, there were areas internally that I was dealing with, that I was struggling with. So I was looking for answers. And it was during that time that I had different people talking to me about God, but I just wasn't sure about being a born-again Christian. I didn't know what that would entail. I thought it was going to be what I saw on TV.
Right.
And I remember one day I said, God, you know I believe in you, but I don't get being born again. I don't get how there's only one way. I don't know where Jesus fits in all of this. And I said, Lord, you know, Father God, if Jesus is really a piece of this puzzle, just do something. Give me a sign. I need a sign.
That's a good prayer to pray.
Well, because the Bible does say if you seek with a sincere heart, God will reveal himself. And I was sincere, and I wanted the truth. I was looking for truth, and I was looking for God in a real way. So I'm in my car driving and praying this prayer. I'm saying, okay, God, I need a sign. I need to understand Jesus. All of a sudden, I'm encompassed by the Hell's Angels biker gang. I've got the Hell's Angels in front of me. They're all over the place. I've got them in front of me. I've got them on the side of me. They're all in their leather jackets, and I'm thinking, how ironic. I'm praying, and I've got the Hell's Angels all around me. So I look a little bit more closely, and there's two bikes in front of me with the guys with the leather jackets, and on the back of their jackets, there's a huge cross, and it says, "We ride for Jesus."
Oh, wow.
So they weren't the Hell's Angels. They were the God Angels.
Yes.
So it was funny. At that moment, I thought, okay, there's something. You know, I knew God was speaking to me. So I continued to pursue, and I wound up becoming a Christian and accepting Christ. And then it was a bit of a challenge working on the show I was working on, although it's an intelligent show, well-written show. But there were a lot of occult themes and witchcraft themes. So I remember going to the set, and there would be scenes with spells and things going on, and you would feel the atmosphere.
Absolutely.
It was thick. So
the old you couldn't have discerned it, but that's what, when you're born again, you're a new creature. That new you can feel that.
As I was growing in the things of God, my spirit got more sensitive, became more sensitive, and I just felt that I didn't want to be a part of that. And God answered my prayers, and I got killed off the show.
You were killed
Yes, yes. Which most actresses are not happy about that. That's not usually a highlight.
Right.
But for me, I knew that that season of my life was coming to a close. And as I was pursuing God, I started to recognize that the gift of expression, the gift of communication, the gift and the love of truth wasn't as much for the entertainment industry anymore, but now it was to be used for teaching, ministry, writing, and really releasing the truth for the kingdom.
Okay, well, so I have to just say,
what else is back there? What?
This is my little, I know. We always hide it back here so that it doesn't compete, and then every episode I whip something out of here. It's like that, you know, that cake out of the oven. Okay, so your new book is called Counterfeit Comforts, Freedom from the Imposters That Keep You from True Peace, Purpose, and Passion. I mean, that's a mouthful, but so being in Hollywood, I'm sure, so tell us a little bit about what this means.
So this book is birthed from my experience of being in Hollywood, being, I think all of us as women are affected in the area of our body, our weight, our physical appearance. But then being a dancer and then being an actress just exacerbated the situation. So I was never overweight, but as my career progressed, I became more obsessed with how I looked, my weight, dieting, counting calories, not eating, binging. Then it turned into some binging and purging.
Wow.
And so I was just in a place of internal turmoil, even though it didn't look like I was. I was thin. I was on stage with Prince in front of thousands of people, and I looked so confident, but where I was inside of myself was struggling. And that's what really drove me to seek God, because I was looking for this freedom that I wasn't feeling. Even though I was so successful, I wasn't successful on the inside. So I became a Christian. I was crying out to God, and I said, help me, Lord, with this food issue. And I heard the Spirit of God talk to me. And I'm such a believer that God speaks to everybody, not just to pastors, not just a select few. My sheep hear my voice, and God wants to talk to us. And there's nothing like God speaking to you about what's going on with you that just goes right to the matter. So just long story short, I was praying, and I said, God, what's my issue with food? And he said, food is not your issue. You're using food as a counterfeit comfort.
Wow.
And food is merely a symptom or a fruit to an unhealthy root. So if you allow me, I'll show you what the roots are.
Wow.
And then the fruit will take care of itself. So you don't have to worry about dieting. You don't have to try to stop certain behaviors. But if you allow me to go deep and do the healing, then the fruits will just naturally change.
And that's just one of the counterfeit comforts. There are so many. Well, stay put, okay, because I want to bring you right back out after our next guest. Stay close, everybody. We'll be right back. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching The3. But you know, it dawned on me that I really need to officially introduce myself to many of you, even though I've been in television for 50 years. My parents put me in my first commercial at age 3, and that path carried me all the way to the Shop at Home TV network where I was a host. I'm a wife of 34 years to Chris, a mom to 6 adult children, and a grandmother to 8 so far. I'm an author of, goodness, over 20 books and ebooks, and whatever I write, you can count on the fact that it will help you physically, emotionally, and spiritually because my passion is body, mind, and spirit health. I'm a certified nutritionist with a degree in original medicine. And my husband and I pastor a phenomenal church in Nashville called Eastgate Creative Christian Fellowship, where we help people get healthy body, mind, and spirit. So if you're ever in the Nashville area, I hope you'll stop in and say hi. You know, God had a son, but what he wanted was a family. So he sent Jesus to come and get us. Likewise, I had a TV career, but what I really want is a TV family. As you can tell by now, I have always had one foot in media and one foot in ministry, and it's all collided now on The3. So please become a part of The3's family. Visit the link on your screen to give a tax-deductible gift and help me purchase airtime that takes this fun, relevant, faith-based show to a faithless world. Some TV ministries would then call you a donor or a partner, but I'm going to call you family. Go to the link and become a part of my TV family today. I can't do it without you. Thanks. Hi, everybody. You know, I'm very sympathetic to people struggling with chronic sicknesses, especially neurological issues, because as a young girl, I was diagnosed with epilepsy, and I used to have a constant electrical storm in my brain, which would cause horrible convulsions. Well, those decades of suffering, combined now with my degree in nutrition and my growing respect for essential oils and the amazing healing properties God put in them on the 3rd day of creation, compelled me to create my very own oil blend called Quiet Brain. Quiet Brain is different than any blend I've ever seen because it's comprised of oils whose special composition is sesquiterpenoids, and they can cross the blood-brain barrier, which not all neurological medicines and not even all essential oils can do. But Quiet Brain's 8 ingredients, frankincense, myrrh, sandalwood, lavender, and more, do. Our case study resulted in testimonies of considerable relief, elimination, at the very least support for PTSD, insomnia, migraines, stress, anxiety, seizures, and more. These aren't medical claims. Everybody's body varies, and so your results will vary. But they are testimonies that cannot be argued with. So go to quietbrainoil.com for our patent-pending oil. It comes in a roller bottle, a dropper bottle, which is great for diffusing, and there you'll also find our nasal inhalers, candles, shampoo and conditioner, and even our gift box with all the products, plus a diffuser. And download the free ebook while there to understand the science behind Quiet Brain. Again, that's quietbrainoil.com. Welcome back to The3, everybody. My next guest has also been making her mark on the talent industry, but as a talent agent. She is the president and founder of the Dan Talent Group, and my dear friend, please welcome to the stage, Stephanie Beck Williams. Well, isn't this a full circle moment?
I can't even believe it.
I know, I can't either. So I have to just give you a little bit of subtext. Stephanie and I go way back, actually before Dan, because what happened was she was at another talent agency, and I took all 6 of my children in. I finally surrendered to the fact that they were talented and needed an agent. And so we went in, and honestly, it was a very expensive ordeal, and we just could not do it times 6. So in the meanwhile, she starts her own company, her own agency, and I'll never forget the phone call. I remember the voicemail. She said, "Laura, I've started my own agency, and I remember your family, and I want to work with you," and cut us this amazing deal, you know. And so I just wanted to thank you publicly for what you did for our family. My children not only didn't quit working for many, many years, I mean, they, all 6 of them, you know, you kept us working nonstop. So, you know, God bless the Dan age. There has been so much with Dan Talent Group that has evolved over the years. What is your favorite aspect of being a talent agent?
Well, you know, it's funny that that's the question, because I do have to say, too, that I think, I was sitting backstage thinking that probably one of the main reasons I have done this for 18 years, going on 18 years, is your family.
Oh, Stephanie.
Seriously. Seriously. So for me, it's about helping the dream come true. and look where we're sitting today.
And now look where we're sitting. I know.
And it's a crazy industry. I felt like when I started, really, I was a black sheep entering into it. But your family, and I know that you have prayed over the agency and for my family for many years, and I really think it's a huge reason why I kept doing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
I hadn't been with you very long, and God did this amazing little thing where I kept seeing her phone number, the last 4 digits of her phone number in places. I'd go to the restaurant and it would be that'd be the total, you know, on the check. Or I was jogging one day and I looked up and I was at a mailbox and the street number was her phone number, you know, the last 4 digits of her phone number. And I thought, Lord, what are you, she doesn't know me. Are you calling me to pray for her? If I call her and tell her that, she's never gonna hire me again. She's gonna think I'm a religious fanatic, you know. Didn't want to take the risk. And I did. I stepped out and did it anyway. I don't know if you're a person of prayer, but the Lord has me praying for you. And she said, absolutely, I'm a person of prayer. Keep praying. And it was like the next day or so, she called me and I said, what are you doing? And she said, well, I was just standing in the shower picking glass out of my body because of the car accident that we had. And the car seat, the spot where my son would have normally been sitting and was not that day, was entirely demolished. And since that time, our hearts have just been knit together because, you know, God set us apart just very early on as friends.
It's true.
It is very true.
It's true.
Well, so, you know, your husband is in the jingle business. He does all kinds of things, but you guys are really a power couple in Nashville. But your work extends beyond Nashville. Tell us about that in the United States.
Yeah, we, you know, we're both performers, child model, child actor, professional singer, growing up. And my husband the same, you know, and many famous, you know, ads that he had over the years that ran for many years. Red Lobster for the Seafood Lover in You is, you know, really one of the really big ones. And it's a fascinating industry. We were talking about that last night. There's a lot of demons in this industry, and it can be tough to stay in it and not only help people with their dreams, but to really follow your own, just because of all the forces that are fighting you. It's I always tell talent that you have to be very fluid in this industry because it's ever changing and it's, you know, not very similar to a corporate world. But there's a lot of things that you fight in this industry that are good and evil, for sure. Yeah.
So if someone wants to get involved with the agency, and this is not just for Nashville, I mean, she's got her fingers networked all over the place.
We do.
What do they do if they want to be a part of the Dan Talent Group?
So basically the agency books all across the Southeast, and a lot of the jobs that we do, as you know, are national jobs, from TV hosts, book deals, to you name it, TV and film. And dantalentgroup.com is our company. dantalentgroup@gmail.com is the way to reach out to us. And it's a very safe industry here in Nashville for kids. So I say, you know, if it's something that you are dreaming of, definitely contact us.
Yes. And I love it how you still have the open call on Wednesday?
We do by appointment.
You do by appointment now?
Yep.
Is Wednesday still your day? Because there's been so many times when I have found talent for you and said, there's this adorable little, you know, I'll see someone and do some unofficial scouting and try to send them her way. But I really want to applaud you for the fact that not only have you kept your integrity in this business, but you were really good to our family. You kept us afloat. You threw a lot of work our way, or a lot of auditions our way, during some very lean years. And I don't think that our family would be here without you. And Jude's looking at me from behind you, and he agrees with that. This is the guy that had 5 videos on CMT at once one summer because you kept sending him on all these auditions. But I think then we've served each other well as friends, and I just love you.
We sure have. Love you too.
Well, stay put because I'm going to bring Robia right back out here.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, stay tuned, everybody. Hey, what do you think of when I ask about your health? Probably just your diet, weight, or a sickness. But health involves so much more than just the body. You also have a spirit and a mind that need nourishing, and the Healthy Living Handbook is going to do just that. It contains a top 10 list of healthy living habits for your spirit, where we'll discuss your prayer life, the Holy Spirit, things you may be substituting for God and not even know it. Then Section 2 contains a top 10 list for your mind. I'm going to help you get organized, deal with stress, help you laugh more, and never be discouraged again. There's even a relationship quiz there that helps you make sure the people in your life are the right ones. Then in Section 3, there's a top 10 list for your body. We'll study the 3 biggies: meat, wheat, and sweets, and other things like weight loss, water consumption, and there's even my essential oils list that tells you which oils help the top 50 common household ailments. Go to lauraharrissmith.com and get your copy of the Healthy Living Handbook today. What if there was a reset button for your body, mind, and spirit? There is! I wrote the 30-Day Faith Detox so you could cleanse your body, renew your mind, and heal your spirit. There are 30 daily devotionals to confront emotional residues from past trials, what I call faith toxins, prayers to refresh your spirit, and then through yummy strategic foods, each of your 15 body systems are cleansed for a total body detox. People are losing weight and gaining faith. Go to lauraharrissmith.com today to get your copy of the 30-Day Faith Detox. Welcome back to The3, everybody. I'm Laura Harris-Smith, and it is my privilege to be sitting here today with 2 very beautiful and 2 very godly women who have invaded the entertainment industry with their bright light and beauty. We're talking.
Go
I know.
On,
Stop.
Please.
Oh my goodness, you too.
Can we just say that we're having a twin moment?
Right. Diamond and Pearl.
Diamond and Pearl are reunited.
And what's amazing is
I can't get away from being a twin.
I had that same color in my dressing room on a shirt, and I really was going to wear it. I had my hands on it, and I just didn't hear the Lord. Okay. So anyway, I wanted to just say, we at this show, we deal a lot with body, mind, and spirit, how things and current events affect us body, mind, and spirit. Well, you already did that. You discussed how, the eating issue, being in this industry, and how it affected you with your body and the decisions you started making for your body, well, letting it make the decisions for your body. And you described about the demons in this industry and how you have to be so aware of keeping yourself in the middle of it. So I just wanted to say, I'll just add the spirit component here and just say that from my perspective, there's a lot of bad, coming out. I get that, but God is doing amazing things spiritually, and this is a marketplace. It's not a church, okay? So we can't. There's a lot of people who won't go into a church, but what we are doing in the media, and you 2 are doing it very well, is we are using that platform for Christ in a way in which is very relevant to people, and I believe in a language in which they can speak. I know you're taking LA by storm. Please tell us a part of what you're doing there with your ministry, what you're doing.
Well, we're in Hollywood, we are in Redondo Beach. My husband and I are just passionate about bringing the fullness of the Spirit and helping people not just go to church, although I love church.
Yes.
We lead a church, so to speak,
yes,
but to really have an encounter and an experience with God. Because what the Lord's been speaking to me lately is that it's about first-hand revelation.
Yeah.
And that's the essence of the book, Counterfeit Comforts.
Right.
It's about not only hearing a pastor speak or reading a book, but learning how to get in there and hear God for yourself. So that's what we are focused on. We're focused on creating an atmosphere and an environment where the presence of God is there, and teaching people how to engage, how to hear from God on their own.
Right. One of the things that I really appreciated about the TAN Talent Group, Stephanie, is, our family had a set of morals. We didn't ever want to do anything that would diminish that in any way. And you get a lot of opportunities that come your way, and I know you don't say yes to all of them, but I also want to thank you for the fact that you never ever pressured us to do anything. And you said to me one time, I don't make money unless you make money. You don't. True. It's just really rare, the position that you take in this industry, and I think it's part of why God has blessed you the way that He has. And so that's rare. I just wanted to say publicly that that's wonderful that you're doing it that way, and I think it's why that you'll make it to 20 years and beyond. Genesis was, she was 8. I think she was about 6 or 7 months old.
Baby.
And then you got her first headshots and her first jobs. Genesis she was filling out a tax return at like 4 years old. This is how much work, you know, she was getting. And it's a lifestyle industry and market. So you've got braces and plus size models and grandmas and kids, and it's very different from a Hollywood market where, or even a New York market where everybody is 6 foot tall and blonde and 120 pounds, and they all cancel each other out. So every market is different, but God is the same in each one of them. He wants to infiltrate every single one of them. So I love this. I love how you have talked to us about those things that replace him. What's one more? You mentioned the eating and the food, and what's one more?
There are so many counterfeit comforts. And the thing about the counterfeits is that they're not all necessarily bad things, like drugs. We know a drug is never beneficial, but a lot of the counterfeits are things that are good. Food, exercise, relationships, shopping. There's nothing wrong with shopping. But
wait a minute now.
That's good.
Yes, we agree with you.
So it's just when you recognize that these things are becoming bondages and they're not the blessing that God intended them to be. So this is how you get free from those bondages and how you hear God for yourself.
Where do you see yourself being in 10 years? I've never asked anybody, so get ready, okay?
Well,
Where do you
probably
see
right here on your seat.
Oh, good.
Interviewing
I like
you,
it.
wonderful people.
Oh, you're pushing me off this
No,
seat.
we'll do it together. We'll do it together.
I'm going to have my hour show
for
then,
everyone.
so you can have this slot. That's fine.
There's plenty of room for everyone.
Listen, actually, you would be really good at that. You sat down at the table last night, and we were having dinner together, and I pulled her aside afterwards, and I said, I don't exactly know what it is yet, but I feel like you're going to be a fast friend. And it is, I have discussed it before on this show, there is an energy, you can call it synergy, you can call it whatever you want, but it comes with the presence of the Holy Spirit, and He's there in you, and He's there in you as well, Stephanie, and I think it infiltrates everything you do at the agency. God bless you, what you're doing in this city that is going all throughout the Southeast. And actually, I know you have your hands in LA and New York and all of that as well. And your ministry and what you and your husband are doing in Los Angeles, because I know everybody here agrees that it's those things. The three of us sitting here on this sofa, we are trying to, as women, impact media and impact the world. And this is in a day and age, and it's been in the news lately, where women are being sexually harassed, they're being taken advantage of. And I don't know about you, I know all of that's out there, but that doesn't happen to me because I don't allow it to happen to me. And when you have the centering of the Holy Spirit and Christ in your life, you can be confident and not allow that to happen. Or you're not going to give in and compromise based on your fear that you won't get a job because of. And you know, Eleanor Roosevelt said that no one can make you feel inferior without your permission. So ladies, you're doing it right. You're doing the stuff in every way, and I'm proud to be your friend.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, everybody, thank you for being with us. Another great episode. We will see you next time on The Three. Bye-bye, everybody.